Hong Kong authorities have recently been battling a surge in the use of illegal drugs by young people. But officials are paying little, if any, attention to substance abuse among ethnic minorities. Heyling reports.
This is Temple Street. It may look like many other districts in Hong Kong, but lurking behind the small restaurants is a trade that even many locals know little about. Here, marijuana and other harmful drugs are sold, often to ethnic minority customers. The authorities apparently are unconcerned, and according to Nepalese social worker Limbu Bhakta Raj, lax regulation of local pharmacies is making the problem worse.
You can buy anytime, anywhere. Of course, they will encourage to their friend. Yeah, oh, Nepal cannot buy it, but here you see, every pharmacy can get. You can buy what kind of drug you want.
Ethnic Nepalese make up nearly 70% of South Asians caught up in substance abuse in Hong Kong. Among them is this immigrant who's used heroin, crystal meth, and other hard drugs for years. He's concealed his name and identity for fear of losing his job.
Yeah, after I suffer, my physical and my health is weaker. I got asthma also.
But health problems caused by drug abuse are only a symptom of a deeper problem. Experts who study addiction worry that ethnic minorities don't get enough support from society.
They have difficulty in accessing services because they could not really read Chinese. And for example, when they decide to look for jobs, then they go to the relevant government departments, but the job information available will often be either in English or in Chinese.
Do you speak Chinese?
No.
Is that why it's difficult to get a job?
Yeah. Language is most important here in Hong Kong.
The government has tried to break the language barrier with leaflets printed in Nepalese, but some social workers insist the approach is still wrong.
In my view, that is useless. Rather than that, and why don't you go in it directly in this, the places, which is drug area? Why not to, cooperate with them?
The ethnic minority also have a tendency of not too impressed by the printed materials. They prefer the more kind of face-to-face communications. So whenever the government issues certain kind of publicity materials against drug use, they may not be too interested to read.
The drug user we spoke to has given up heroin, but still relies on relatively less harmful methadone provided by a government community center. Even at community centers that run rehabilitation clinics, information is in either Chinese or English, and those who come sometimes face temptation. This is the park where drug dealers often operate. It's even right next to a government community center. Social workers say sellers know exactly when police are on patrol, so they'll only distribute drugs when no one is on a lookout. And social workers also fear that even good drug enforcement does not address psychological factors, including loneliness and isolation, that drive many immigrants to addiction in the first place. Heyling, Star News Asia.